So today there was a colleague of mine who we were actually discussing. This colleague of mine was discussing something about God, and thereafter I don't know how we went into manifestation topic and stuff, and I came to know that this person is also someone who believes in manifestation and is also wanting to manifest uh, his SP, which is the reason why so some or the other way, like this person is also of my age and he is wanting to manifest his SP, who is his girlfriend, or like, I don't know what how to say it, like they were in a relationship and something happened and I do not know, like, but this person wants to marry this person, this other person. So he came up with a set of questions. So I thought that it would be good if we can actually introduce some of these questions in my YouTube channel. So I gave him my YouTube channel link, and some of the other way he came to know. And I said that I'll be answering some of your questions in my channel, so you go and check. So, okay. So the first question he asked me is, how did you know that this person you love? I mean, so I told him also a lot about my stage of manifesting SP. So from starting to till now, whatever I've manifested, the good things, I told him about it because I wanted to support this friend of mine. Okay. So some of the questions which he asked me was, what made you decide to manifest marriage with your SP in the first place? Okay. So the first question was, I thought, like, when I met this guy, when I met my sweetheart, I would say. So he was very much a very general friend to me, like not sorry, like I met him generally, but when I came to know about him, that's when I understood that within him I find a best friend. So, and it had always been my dream to marry my best friend, and it was not just for the sake that I want to marry my best friend or something. I found a soul level understanding of him understanding me. And similarly, he also randomly told me one day in a phone call that there are many things which I never tell you, but you understand me the way no one else does. There are so many things which I tell you, but you will always figure out the truth behind those lies. And so that's the thing. So this is one of the most common, like, see, when like in this manifestation community, or even in general, I would say, like, because manifestation is a life science. So it's not something which you do for damage repair, and then you come into the manifestation community, you affirm for some 2 3 days, and then the situation slides, and then you forget about affirmations and you go back to your old patterns and thinking. That's not what manifestation is. When you manifest, or when you come into this community, you have to discipline yourself. You have to follow some strict mental diet. You cannot go back to your old patterns and thinking or ways of doing things, because what's the point? Like, if I give you a medicine, and if you take that medicine for only 3 days, and then your situation is sliding, and then again you are going back to your old habits. So what is the point of doing those affirmations only for some time, and then forgetting, and when the situation betters, and you also forget about it? So that's not what we are doing here. Okay. So I forgot my point, why I am saying all these things. But yeah, so basically he asked me, how do you know that you wanted to manifest marriage with this person? First thing is that any relationship I be with, I want to marry that person. Okay. So I think the only serious relationship I ever had with anyone was with my SP. Before that, I never had any serious relationship. I said I was serious about people, but the other party was never serious about me. So that was one thing. And even before my SP, I used to love a friend, but that was just a one-sided love. So there I learned that, even you love someone, just make sure the other person also loves you back. Otherwise, you'll be wasting your time. And of course, we can manifest anything, but at some point of time, I gave up that desire of wanting my friend to love me back. But then you know what manifestation is. So when you put an order into this universe, it will still come to you. So there was a time when he had actually started showing up in the way I wanted him. uh, some years back, around 2018 or something, and he started showing up the exact way I wanted him to show up around 2022 to 23. And then there was even a time when, like, the things I want from my SP, he was conforming to that. And I just went to my coach and said, why is this person conforming to the way I want my SP to show up, when I do not want this person to be my life partner ever? Like, I did love that person at a certain point of time, but I gave up on that thing. So because, like, I just wanted my SP. So when I met my SP, I just knew that this is my person for life. Uh, Apart from this, I got also a confirmation from God in a very vulnerable moment, which is why that, like, I know that this is my person, and I never wanted to give up on my SP, because I know that he's the one for me. So this is how I answered the question. So yeah, I also wanted to tell you guys why so when I came up with this question, that my SP, whatever I want from my SP, those kinds of things I am seeing from some other guy who I'm not even interested on. So why is this? So that's when I got an answer from my manifestation coach, that you are in that aligned version wherein who has what she wants. So she's pursued, she's committed, she's chosen to. And I said that, but I do not want commitment from this other guy, I want commitment from my guy. So she said that this is the unfolding of your actual manifestation coming. So this is showing up in your reality because you had those beliefs that you are chosen, you're committed to. So that is why you are getting the same thing from some other person. But I know that you do not want it from that other person, you want it from your SP. So you have to keep affirming and keep being in that version. And also, I want to tell you guys again that you guys cannot just stop affirming just when SP shows one sign that he is confirming to you, or you were doing some damage repair. Maybe you were trying to save your SP from some other girls seeing him, or some other boys seeing her. So and then you just forget it. You go back to your old lifestyle. You cannot do that. You have to be the new version, and you have to, I mean, what's the problem? You can just set a time at a certain point of time, like some 1 2 hours or something, and you can just affirm and then close it. So that you train your brain for the new neural pathways. So that's the main purpose. Okay. The second question my friend posted was, what was my emotional state before I started this journey? Okay, let me tell you, the emotional state before I started my manifesting journey was pathetic. I used to chase my SP like crazy. You can ask my SP also. He used to be very irritated, like, uh, so basically, I would literally chase him physically, going on, like, talk to me, something like that, which was totally very yucky energy. And I wanted to forcibly get commitment from him, which would add on to the pressure of my SP, and also, like, that was also the reason he used to get very turned off by me. So you need to understand what really you are doing with your SP, which turns off the other person. I'm not saying, like, if you're messaging someone, like, I mean, whatever you do, do it in limits. It should not be it should not be, like, crossing the limit. Okay. Then third question my friend asks me is, what signs did I receive that made me feel this desire is from God? I don't think this is the right platform to answer this. What signs did I receive that God made me feel this desire is from God? Um, First thing, I got this confirmation from God in a very, very vulnerable moment, and I do not want to discuss what that vulnerable moment was. It was a really vulnerable moment. And that's when, like, there was this. I was so. It is better I do not talk about it, but so God gave me this confirmation that my SP is my person in a very vulnerable moment. That's all I can say. And the other way you can find out that the your SP is the one for you is what your inner being talks tells about your SP. So there are so many people we meet in our lives, but we do not share the same kind of relation with everybody, right? So, how do you know that this person is your soulmate? You just know, you can come to know. You will never have this kind of bonding with anyone else. So, and you might say that, yeah, we never share the same kind of bonding with everyone. But there are some things which fades away with time, and there are some things which never fades away with time. And you will come to know that this person is your soulmate or this person is the one for you by when what your inner being feels about this person. So that's the greatest thing. So instead of asking this question to me, you should be asking this question to yourself, that why I feel like this, I want this person so much. It could be like your inner being would be giving you a set of qualities, like why you feel that this person is the one for you. Or it could also be like how much you love this person. And both of these are equal. It plays the equal factor on knowing that you love this person and you want this person to be your husband or wife or whatever it is. Okay, what limiting beliefs did I discover about love or being chosen? Okay, so the first limiting belief which I always saw in any person I loved, not just with my SP, but any person I love, was that I always felt that, I am the one who truly loves, but this person chooses the other person. So I initially I saw it with someone who I loved first in my life. So he had actually used me to get some other girl who was my friend. So he used he literally used me. I mean, when I say used me, I mean emotionally he used me. He didn't like. I do not mean it physically. He emotionally used me in a way, like he was very manipulative. He was very villainish. He didn't have any feelings, like any soft corner for me too. And like he was just pretending to be uh, in love with me, or be a very good friend to me. Like it was both, like he used to show interest on me, and also he used to be like a good friend to me, both of which were fake. Both his friendship and feelings were fake. So when that emotional whatever was that ended, I got to understand that he was just a similar kind of image like my father. So that's when I understood that, like I was carrying those qualities of my father uh, inside of my soul, which is why I got a person like him who actually hurt me so much. And that's when I realized that there's a difference between a fake person and a genuine person. And then I met someone before my SP. He was a very good friend, and I never wanted to lose his friendship no matter what. But I ended up falling in love with him for almost like 5 6 years. That was like I used to feel like, I was never in a relationship with that person, and I didn't even know that if he felt the same way or not. But in some or the other way, I was very special to him in a friendship way, but it was not love from his side. And that's when I realized, not just is it necessary for your person to be a good person, but also he should be loving you back, otherwise it's waste. So that's the thing. And then after that, I met my great SP, who is my husband. Okay, so so that's the thing. um so that's where I understood. So with my relationship with my SP, I just understood this one thing, that I was having a limiting belief of I'm not chosen, and I'd seen this thing, like, so I always, as I told you guys, that I always had this feeling that I am the person who really loves someone, and this person ends up choosing someone else. I always had this feeling, which is why I also carried this feeling that I love my SP a lot. I saw this in my I saw this in my relationship with my SP as well. So basically, at that point of time, we were not much in a talking term way, and like there were some misunderstandings, things like that. I do not want to discuss about it. Okay, but in some of the other way, so I was sitting beside him and his friends, and he was showing the picture of his previous person to his friends, showing that how badly she hurt him. And I really felt very, very sad about him when he was saying those things. Basically, I wanted him to say those things to me rather than his friends. And I wanted him to discuss about me to his friends. But instead, he was still processing the old pain of how things had unfolded in that relationship. So I wanted to be his friend at that point of time when he was venting out, because I felt his heart was hurting. When he shared those things, he basically was struggling for something, or maybe he was basically struggling to process something, and it was very necessary for me to be there. But the problem was that whenever I wanted to be with him, he drove me away at that point of time, which is why, like, it was like I could not help him when I wanted to. And the second thing is that I felt he had still not processed his old pain and stuffs like that, and which is why his current girlfriend is sitting just beside, and he's still talking about his previous, uh, which was kind of like, it hurt me somewhere a lot. And I could not say anything because I don't know, like, when it's about my SP, I love him so much that I would give all the nourishment and love I can to this person. But I also felt very hurt and even a bit insulted that you have your current girlfriend sitting just beside. Even if we are not talking, but still you're talking about your previous. And to be honest, like, I did not take it personally because I knew that maybe he never had processed his old stuffs. But at the same time, it made me feel not just that situation, but time and again, few situations repeated again and again. And I got to understand my biggest limiting belief was that I'm not chosen. And it not just go, it started not with any previous relationship or history or something like that, no. But I'd always felt that way since childhood, because, like, I was raised by a single parent. So I grew up with this belief that maybe I don't deserve to be chosen and stuffs like that. And I carried that belief unconsciously. And then I saw that people who I was interested in, they ended up choosing other people always. And because my SP is the one for me, so I decided to change my limiting belief. So that was, I think, that was the biggest limiting belief I had. uh, Apart from this, what other limiting beliefs I had, I'm not able to remember. I think there was also one other limiting belief is that commitment doesn't come easy to me, which is what I'm still working on. And I feel like the version of me who used to think that commitment is a big thing, I think I've shifted a lot from from that version of me to this version of me, wherein I feel like I know that commitment comes very easy to me. I'm easy to love. Me and my SP are best friends, and we are in the best partnerships ever. So it feels easy because I've really worked on it each and every day. I really strive to be the girl I deserve to be, or who is committed to. So yeah, so that's the thing. So it's like disciplining your thoughts to be what you want. It won't happen overnight. I mean, it can happen overnight. I'm not trying to feed a limiting belief in your mind, but it depends upon how disciplined you are, what intensity you are asking things to be. So that's the thing. Okay, now the next question: what part of my old self I had to let go of? Well, I really gave up on my old self a lot. Like, I cannot say if there is any part of old self, because I think my old self was really pathetic, which is the reason why my SP didn't choose to stay with the old self of me. Because I feel like I was someone who constantly used to seek validation from my SP. So second, which was kind of very like, you become when you become over dependent on someone, they won't like it. So whoever it is, okay, so even if you become very over dependent on your own parent, some or the other way you are going to push them away mentally or energetically, because you are kind of giving other people a message that, you know what, I don't deserve to be independent. So whatever you do, try to do it in limits, and validation is something which you should never be seeking from outside. So if you feel like your confidence is dipping, what you should be doing is you should be working on your inner beliefs, that what makes me feel this way. So that's what I would suggest you. Okay, continuing, the other set of questions was, let me just go through it once. So, where is it? 1 minute. Okay, so, okay, the next question is, what mindset shift changed everything for me? What mindset shift changed everything for me? So basically, it is all about what you decide to be. So what do you decide to be? What is the new version of you? So are you the one who is always chosen? Are you the one who is always your SP spouse or SP's, whatever it is? Okay, then if you're talking about workplace, like, because like I'm hearing a lot of complaints around workplace for a lot of people, like my friends and uh, friends only. I don't know about other family members, extended family members. So few people, they're experiencing a lot of layoff situation and stuff like that. So are you the one who is always insecure about your job, who is always like, I could be anyway, any day be replaced? Are you living in that kind of identity? Because if you are living in that kind of identity, then you need to shift from that identity to the one that I am always safe and secure. So that's the thing. Okay. So the same applies for your SP situation as well. So the new version of you, you should be first writing down what you want to be, what you want to experience, what experience do you want to create. First you will be writing that. Then you will also be writing these things, like what mindset shift you should be doing. So when you say that, for example, I am someone who experiences harmonious beautiful relationships leading to marriage. So when you write that and when you say that I am someone who is experiencing harmonious relationship which leads to marriage, your identity will also shift that way. It's that easy. You just have to discipline yourself. Now, next question: how did I change the way I see myself in this journey? See, I didn't change the way I see myself in this journey. It's like when you start doing the work, you will automatically shift into that identity. Okay, next question: what does being the woman who already has it look like for me? I think more or less it is just the same question. I am someone who is always chosen. I am someone who is the one and only for my SP. No one can replace me. I am his soulmate. So all this, when you know, when you trust the knowing, then only you can. Then there it's that itself is a game changer. Okay, what does being the woman who already has it look like for me? I think the same answer. I would not answer the same questions again and again. How do I stop chasing and start receiving? Okay, so this is something which is very important. What is the difference between someone who chases and someone who receives? A chaser would do something. A chaser comes with the uh, belief that I need to do something to make it happen. Or maybe a chaser would be someone, uh, wait. So basically, a chaser would be someone who thinks that something is missing in me and I need to do something to make it happen. So that's what a chaser would do, right? And so how do you start receiving? Okay, how do you start receiving? When you shift into that identity who already has what they want. So it's not so difficult. You just make things difficult in your mind and in your head when you think through your current patterns. You do not have to think through your current patterns, you just have to shift into that identity who already has it. Okay, what new beliefs do I now have about love, marriage, and destiny? We do not talk about destiny in manifestation. Basically, it is all about your desire, which is like thoughts becoming things. So what beliefs do you have about love or marriage? So main thing you should be asking about this is, so how do you? So there are many people out there who would say that men just use me for sex. You are in that identity where you are being used for sex. You are not someone who men look upon to have a long term relationship. I mean, I have literally seen people saying this thing, and it's not shocking for them that they are experiencing the same kind of things which they are saying. They are saying that there's someone people use for sex. So obviously people are having sex with them, and then they're leaving this woman or man or whatever it is. Like mostly the people who have complained me this is a woman, or a few women. But what I'm trying to say is, it's not like there are not men out there who who take intimacy leading to marriage. But it's just that you are experiencing similar kind of situation with someone, or you are experiencing similar kind of situation with different people in your life following the same pattern, because you do not shift anything inside of you. Why are you being that identity wherein you are being used for something which is not a long term thing? So you need to shift that identity within you. I mean, the it's that why would you, this belief is not actually serving you, so why would you think like that? And if you think, there are many relationships which I have seen, like I've seen some kind of relationships in real life also, wherein people have been intimate, and that intimacy has led them to a long term relationship. So things evolve. It's not like something is static. It's the generation which labels it that it's a no string relationship, or it's friends with benefits. First of all, I hate this term friends with benefits, because the thing is, you are neither telling it as pure friendship, you are neither telling it as pure relationship. You are somewhere in between, which is a very scary part. Okay, so you need to define it. Either you are friends, or you are in a relationship, or you guys love each other. At least, even saying loving each other, that's a decent thing. Even if you are friends and you're saying that we are loving each other, that's a decent part. But friends with benefits, I absolutely hate that word, because it feels like you're doing everything with that person and you're not giving uh, that respect to that relationship. So that is something which I feel like I do not agree with the generation and these terms. And I will never label something like, even if even if tomorrow there comes a mad person who says that call me mad, I would not be calling that person mad. Because the problem with labeling is that when you label something, you define it, and the more you label it, the more you will keep defining those things. So unless you actually label something like you guys are husband and wives, that's for a good purpose. You guys are best friends, so that's for a good purpose. You should not be labeling pathetic things like friends with benefits. What is the, like, I don't get the purpose of people saying this word. So it can be a phase wherein you guys are maybe not that much evolved to be in a relationship, but that is not the long term goal. I mean, nobody can be friends with benefits for life. It can be a phase of life, but it cannot be something which is pursued forever, because that's not how life works. You need a friend you need a lover who can be your life partner forever. So why not see it that ways? Okay, so that's what I feel. So you should be asking yourself, what beliefs do you have about relationships in general, about men in general or women in general, or whatever it is. Like, I do not know your gender. Okay, now, okay, so there are many other questions, so I think I'll close this video by these much questions, or else I'll just take one more question. Okay, so basically there are 10 more questions here, but I'll be taking just one question. Okay, so this question says, what message would I give to someone at the start of their journey? So if you're starting a journey of manifesting a recipe or manifesting whatever, first thing would be, you have to whatever you want, you have to say it in the present tense. So basically you want to be maybe slimmer. So I have the desired weight, I lose weight easily, my metabolism is fast, I eat healthy, I also give myself the permission to eat whatever I want once or twice a week, and I respect my body. I know that all my organs are functioning well and they support me. So all this, if you see, this will be these kinds of affirmations, even if like you are not doing these particular habits at this point of time right now, it would be helping you to lose your weight. So this is what we need. So what I'm trying to say is, you first need to decide that what do you want. Once you know what you want, you say those things in the form of an affirmations in the present tense. And second thing is that you will have 3D circumstances which might come your way. I'm not saying that it would come, but sometimes it does come, but you have to tide through the situation through persistence, through discipline, through strict mental diet. And it doesn't mean that if you want to cry, just suffocate your crying or your tears. No, I don't mean that. You can process, obviously you can process your feelings, but what I mean to say is that once you process your feelings, go back again to what you should be. Okay, so so that's the thing. And what else did you ask me? Yeah, so see yourself in the present tense or whatever you want. Then strict mental diet, then discipline, basically discipline I would want to say. Then just enjoy your life. That's also very important, because you cannot just sit and do affirmations all day long. So enjoy your life. You can do small acts which puts you into the live in the end situation. You can find hobbies and do stuffs like that. So that's about it. I hope this helps you. Tomorrow I will be doing the other part of the Q&A questions. So thank you guys.